This is Fox 23 News in Focus.
It is as traditional as turkey on the dinner table on Thanksgiving Day in the Capital Region. It is the 65th annual Troy Turkey Trot coming up. Good morning and welcome to Fox 23 in Focus. I'm Walt McClure. Fox 23 proud to partner up this year with the organizers to bring you this year's event. And joining me this morning is George Regan, the event director for the run, and Michael Fraser, who is the Deputy Public Information Officer for the City of Troy. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. Let's start with you, George. Now, you've got a long history with road races in this area. You've been involved in the Turkey Trot and, of course, also the Friars Run for Women. Yeah.
Yes, I have. This is probably been off and on with the Turkey Trot for 20 to 25 years. Mm-hmm. And I've been straight through from 97 until 2009, and then I took a two-year hiatus, and then they asked me to come back to direct it. Mm-hmm. So now I'm the event director.
So talk about this. Obviously, as we say, I mean, this is a tradition. A lot of people get out and do it. Obviously, there's history to this road race.
Emphasis is on a lot.
Yeah.
This is one of the biggest road races in the area. We're expecting about 7,000 to 8,000 people this year. And it goes back to 1916. And it's run continuously from 1965 here in the city. So it has a lot of that tradition to it, and a lot of families come out and participate in it.
Mm-hmm. And Mike, obviously this is a big deal, for the city, because it's bringing a lot of people into the city. A lot of people from the city get excited about this event.
Right, we look at it as Troy's finest day, because you have thousands of families coming back. It's on a holiday, on one of the most important and significant dates on the calendar. It's been around for so long. It's a proud tradition. It's about family, and it brings thousands of people into downtown where there's just so much activity going on.
Mm-hmm. Now let's talk about, obviously, you change these things up a little every year, I'd imagine. But tell about, you said there are some changes in sort of how you're laying things out this year, both the races races and the timing and the course.
Yes, that's right. We went back to a more traditional course. A lot of the runners asked, excuse me, to go back to the out and back format that we have. It's a lot of fun because you can see who's in front of you after they turn around and they're coming back. Mm-hmm. And when you turn around and you're coming back, you can see who's behind you. So it's always a good time, the out and back format. Mm-hmm. And the 10K, which is the USA Track and Field's championship, 10K championship, the local championship, is going to be 2 loops of the 5K. Mm-hmm. And it's going to finish once again in Monument Square, where City Hall, the old City Hall, used
mm-hmm.
to be. So
it's a good place to stop.
Very traditional.
Yeah. Now you said so you start at 4th and Fulton and kind of make your way
straight out
River Street,
right?
And then turn around up to 101st. You said, and then turn around and come back.
Correct. Yes.
And you said too. So now what you said you're doing is running the 10K. The 10K used to be the last thing. Now you're making it the first thing.
The first event of the day. It'll go off at 8 a.m.
And why the flip-flop on that?
Well, the signature event is the 5K in terms of numbers. There's 6,000 people participating, families, children, adults, men and women participating in the 5K. And we wanted to have that as the last event of the day. Now the good thing is that in terms of the schedule, the 5K is going to go off at the same time as it did last year. It'll go off at 9:45, mm-hmm. which is nice. That'll get everybody back home, mm-hmm. Make their Thanksgiving
pies and stuffing and
exactly.
Yeah.
Now, and eat their pies.
And eat their pies. Well, after you run a 5K or a 10K, you've got more room for pie, which is good.
Probably a good reason for that. Probably why we get so many runners.
Could be. Now, Mike, obviously to do this, I mean, you're having to close down city streets. Right. Thankful. I mean, it's a holiday, so not as many, but obviously that takes some logistics to pull off.
Sure. I mean, we put a great deal of work into this, and fortunately, the city's been at this for a while now. It's a big event. We want to make it bigger. That's why we brought George in. As everyone knows, the job he does with Freihofer is one of the premier race directors in New York. So we're fortunate to have him in Troy. Logistically, our guys know exactly what to do because they've been at it for a long time. People know about the parking. They know their areas. This is a tradition where people have participated year after year, and now you see parents running with the kids for the first time, and it's kind of a generational thing that goes on. Our guys will have streets ready, up and closed off. The Green Island Bridge is going to be closed after 7:45. There's plenty of parking downtown. We have 3 parking garages, so we encourage people to get there early. We'll have plenty of volunteers there. We could always use more volunteers, but directing people. But logistically, it's a big lift. It's a serious event, lots of people there, and but we've got this down at this point.
Now talk about that. I mean, both of you, as far as, I mean, obviously, you know, you need runners, but you also need people to do registration, do a lot of these things.
Yes.
How do you do that? I mean, do you have people who've come back year after year to volunteer? I mean, how do you get the word out to people to say, hey, we'd like
We
some
have
help?
it on the website.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can sign up for areas that you areas of interest, course marshals, water stops, finish line, refreshments, as you said, bib and chip pickup, T-shirt distribution, things like that. So those are all listed. Start line. So you sign up for the area of your interest, and you can go onto our website, troyturkeytrot.com. And we do need volunteers. Mike, we could probably use another 100 or so.
Okay.
But of course, we still have 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
they're coming in as we speak.
And plus, you say people may tend to kind of show up and may even be able to help out to an extent.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. On the easy
Hopefully.
stuff that you don't have to like tell them what to do.
Exactly.
If you're going to show up that late. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk back and talk more about the Turkey Trot in a second. So stay with us.
Fox 23 News in Focus.